Good afternoon, everyone. I'm happy to take questions from any members of the media at this time.
Good afternoon, Minister Darrell. Sego Hendrickson of the Royal Gazette. So I understand that quite some time ago you mentioned that we would see about an average of about one road death a month. And we've now just recently had our 10th road death, and we haven't even gotten to our 8th month yet. So can you say now, do you think that we are in a national crisis when it comes to road safety and road deaths?
I will tell you this, that every time someone loses their life on our roads, it is a time that we all should mourn and grieve collectively. I'm not here to turn anyone's tragedy into a statistic. You have the statistics. You can analyze them as you see fit. But right now, I would like to send condolences to the loved one of the individual that lost their life, unfortunately, last evening. Also, I'd like to send condolences to the others that have lost their life for this year. What it's not for me to do right now in this form is to get into statistical about what year is better or worse. One life lost on the road is too many, and it is our job here to do all that we can to prevent it from happening this weekend or in the weeks, months, or years that follow. Responsible choices, responsible behaviors will add to preventing these tragedies. But what I am not here to do today is to debate statistics year over year.
Well, if on that note, if you won't say whether or not it is a national crisis, as transport minister, what do you have planned to deal with these deaths?
I can tell you that when I go about my work, I take it very seriously. I tell everyone I come to work to serve the public, and in my role as minister responsible for transport, you have seen many things that we have done to modernize transportation in this island, to make it easier to move around this island. That was one step that we have successfully done. The next step that we are currently doing, and we have been doing for some time now, is looking to upgrade the legislation when it comes to possibly traffic fines, when it comes to different classes of vehicles, and how we regulate them and enforce them. You will know that there are some pieces of this that lie with other ministries. As I am a government minister, it is collective responsibility, and I can tell you that this government, not only my ministry, but this government is taking a serious look at all traffic matters in this country, and we will continue to do so, and this public will see some of those matters very shortly. And I will say this: it is important that when these measures come and these change of legislations come, that the public accept them, the public get on board, because what we are trying to do is make everyone's lives safer on these roads. So it can't be thinking that, oh, you're only doing this to try to, stamp out one part of the community. It is a community effort. You would have used the term earlier. I will not use that term. But if you feel that that term is appropriate for transportation in this country, then I think everybody in this country will get on board with these legislative changes that are coming, suggested by the Road Safety Council and supported by other stakeholders such as CARTA.
Is removing the need for public notifications of roadside sobriety checks one of those things?
That is not for this conversation for this day. There will be a time and a place to discuss and debate those matters. But here today, we are bringing a message of safety and responsible road use for this Cup Match holiday here and now and the weeks going forward. You will have a time to answer all questions. There will be proper debates about legislation and the like. Today is not that time.
On a similar note, are you backing Jerry Richardson's Road Traffic and Motor Car Road Safety Policies Act?
I think my answer to the previous question applies to that one. Okay. At the appropriate day and at the appropriate time, we will get into that. But right now, I have the Road Safety Council, I have CARTA, and we are sending a message to this Cup Match holiday to arrive safely, to drive responsibly and to make overall responsible choices.
One last one. I understand there are talks to have allow people to ride on the roads with a learner's permit. What is happening now with Project Ride with regards to that?
Well, we are. You will see that did go through legislation. There are a few I's that need to be dotted and T's crossed as far as chambers go, and you will see the implementation of that very shortly.
Can you share to what end this is going to be for?
Well, I would invite you to go back and listen to the robust debate that we did have in the House of Assembly, and all of the regulations are in that debate.
All right, thank you.
Good afternoon, Minister.
Very good afternoon.
Good afternoon, gentlemen. Thank you. With all respect to you saying that this press conference is about something else, we have the head of the Road Safety Council here, we have the head of CARDA here, and we have yourself. And my media colleague did bring up statistics. We don't. Statistics just teach us a lesson about what is happening, and with us already having equaled the last 2 years' annual road deaths just over halfway through this year, we are on target to meet the highest road numbers of deaths on our roads annually from the last 25 years, which were, I believe, 2008 and 2022. So when you are here with CARDA, with a Road Safety Council, yes, you're delivering a message of being safe on our roads, but that message has been delivered for a long time. What is the sense of urgency that government must do in the next few months before this year is out to ensure we're not seeing more people dying on our roads?
Well, Gary, I know where you are going with this question, but I will repeat what I said at the beginning. I don't care if it is just one on the road that loses their life. The family of that individual will feel it just as much as if there were the most statistics ever. So I will say this, that the message is the same. The message is that individuals must make responsible choices. And I will say again that the individuals that are standing here are part of the stakeholders that are working diligently to bring changes in a legislation that goes back as far as 1953. And if you want the road users and everyone to feel confident in what we are bringing forward, we will get it done, and we will get it done properly, and we will get it done effectively. I think you can tell in the year and a half that I have been here as Minister of Transportation, there are some matters that had not been dealt with in a very long time that we have gotten across the line. And I will tell you that it is something that we are doing every single day, not only with these gentlemen here, but others that you do not see, other ministries, other departments, to make sure that we have a legislation that we can present to Parliament, and a legislation where you as the media and members of the public, and more importantly, those who have been directly affected by the tragedies in this road, could feel comfortable that we are moving in a right direction, whether it be enforcement, whether it be legislation, and whether it be starting to finally get individuals to make different choices. Okay. So while statistics is what you would love to write in your report for this evening and others, my job is to serve the people of this country, and I will do so along with those and the support that we have in the best way possible.
And we have spoken to Mr. Roberts before, talking about with the Road Safety Council's recommendations to address DUIs, on-the-spot fines. However, government data does show us that the number of licensed vehicles has increased by about 2/3 over the last 25 years to more than 30,000, nearly 31,000 vehicles in 2024-2025. Maximum length of vehicles has increased more than a foot, the width by an inch. In this time, however, there has been no notable increase in the number of roads. or the width of roads, nor can I find any change to the practical driving test requirements. Is it time for government to place more restrictions either on the or on the number of vehicles on our roads, or the difficulty of getting both a car or motorcycle license?
I will repeat the question and the answer that I gave you earlier. The legislation that governs most motor vehicles in this country goes back 50, 60 years. It is something that we are going through piece by piece to make sure that everything that which you just talked about is looked at. We are tracking with chambers to make sure it is constitutional, the changes that we need to make, and the stakeholders that are here with me and others, as well as many government technical officers, are working through this to bring some of the changes that you may talk about. So it will be way too early for me to come and say, well, this is what we're going to do, and this, you will see it when we roll it out as far as the legislation. And over the years, there may need to be tweaks as well. But to send an implication that the government is not concerned and the government is not doing anything would be incorrect.
And that was not the implication in that question, just giving you the figures and asking whether it's time to look at something, because Mr. Roberts spoke about people being on their phones in the cars, and over the last decade, or I think over the last 25 years, of all known road traffic collisions where the cause is known, the main cause recorded is not impairment from alcohol. It's not even bad road surfaces. It's inattention. Isn't that evidence that people are not learning to drive safely on our roads, and therefore it should be more difficult to get a license without being observed, having more observed time driving on our roads?
Gary, you can come to all sorts of what ifs and what maybes. My job as a legislator is look at the laws that we have in front of us, look at the changes that need to be made so I can best serve the people of this country. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you.
Bermuda Live on YouTube. Subscribe now.